Well, you know, we've been tracking H1N1 throughout this whole story, and today we're focusing on your pets. Veterinarians have been telling pet owners that transmission of the disease through cats and dogs is beyond unlikely. But now, doctors in Iowa have confirmed the first case of the H1N1 virus in a cat. So how dangerous is H1N1 to your pet? And if they're infected, can they transmit it to you? Dr. Louise Murray is a veterinarian and the ASPCA's Director of Medicine. So can they? Can your pet give you H1N1 if they have it?
Right now, there is zero evidence that that could happen. What happened with this kitty cat is that there were some family members who were sick, and a little while later, the cat started to act sick, had some respiratory signs, and they thought, you know, that seems odd. They brought their cat to the vet school over at Iowa State, and they did test the cat, who was positive for H1N1, but there's no evidence at all that a pet could give you the flu.
So it can go from you to your family pet, but you believe that it cannot go from the family pet back to you?
Never say never with influenza, because it's a very changeable kind of virus. But the H1N1 strain of influenza is made up of parts of multiple viruses, which include human influenza, swine influenza, and avian influenza. So it's a virus that is more comfortable in a human being than it would be in a dog or cat. So maybe you could transmit it to your cat, but it would be a lot less likely that cats would become a host that's going to transmit it to people.
It's a slightly weaker version in the sense that
it's not a virus that's natural to cats.
So talk to me a little bit about vaccines and pets. Can you get them? Can you get an H1N1 vaccine for your pet?
There is no H1N1 vaccine for pets because until this kitty cat popped up in Iowa, there was no evidence at all that cats and dogs could get H1N1. So there is no vaccine for this virus for pets right now.
But I have seen pictures of dogs getting immunized this season. What are they being immunized for?
Well, there are a host of different vaccines for dogs, but what you're probably thinking of is the canine influenza vaccine. And I know it's incredibly confusing because there are so many different kinds of influenza. Dogs have their very own kind of flu called canine influenza. People don't get it. And there is a vaccine for that that can be used in certain dogs that are at high risk. It's not really necessary for every pet dog.
And do you recommend that?
If a dog is going to be in a situation where that dog is exposed to lots of other dogs, for example, dogs that are going to shows or boarding, they might be at risk.
Okay. Doctor, thank you very much. Good stuff. Very interesting. H1N1 in a kitty cat, Bill.
Hey, for more information about the H1N1 vaccine supply in your state, head to our website, foxnews.com. We have an interactive map there online that gives you state-by-state stats on the doses that have been shipped. You can also find out all the latest news on our H1N1 site, too. foxnews.com. Check it out now.